Hi, I'm Jon Bon Jovi.
Rock star. Jersey boy.
She's a little runaway.
I'm from Jersey, you know. I'm born and raised there. I was always drawn to Philly because it was a big city name with a small town feel.
Football fanatic.
I love football, and I knew that that was a way for me in this community to make a difference.
And a man on a mission.
It's mine.
Why am I here? What am I here for? And it just really came into focus. You know, so I looked out the window and I said, I've got it.
This is a song for the broken-hearted.
When you see what people need, it's so simple, and yet it's so unattainable for many people.
People need homes. I mean, it's that simple.
And houses falling down, and people need some place to live.
It's my life.
We know we can do better. I think most people just don't know what to do.
Sometimes it takes celebrity, and this is an opportunity for me to use it.
We need all the help we can get.
He takes a very personal vested interest in it. It's a mission.
Bon Jovi comes down here a lot.
He loves the city of Philadelphia.
He's walking the walk, talking the talk, and he's here. He gets it.
There's someone who cares about the rest of the world and can give back.
I don't know if I could ever thank him enough. Thank you, Bon Jovi.
We have the means and the power to make a difference, one soul at a time.
He's a rock and roll icon who has stood the test of time.
I'm still here.
Jon Bon Jovi and his band have sold more than 120 million records worldwide. Not bad for guys who started back in the 80s when big hair was in. And now, after more than 2 decades in the limelight, at 45, Jon says he's grown into a different man.
Yeah, that was a lifetime ago. I hardly recognize that guy. You know, I think in your 20s and your 30s, you look to make your mark, and in your 40s and going on, you look to leave your mark.
He's acted on TV and the silver screen, winning many a prestigious award, and performed in more than 2,500 concerts around the world. Yet the kid who grew up in Sayreville, New Jersey, has kept his roots firmly grounded here at home.
This is our own little piece of New Jersey Bon Jovi style rock and roll history. I'm from Jersey, you know. I'm born and raised there, live there today.
In 2003, Jon went from center stage to backstage in the owner's box when he bought an arena football team.
I'm a football junkie. I live for football. The idea of having a sports team would be the ultimate fantasy.
He would cross a bridge, both literally and figuratively, when he became the co-owner of the Philadelphia Soul.
I was always drawn to Philly because it was a big city name with a small town feel.
Jon's sex symbol status scores big with soul fans, mostly women, who go absolutely wild at the mere sight of him. They line up just hoping to catch a glimpse.
Can we take one without my husband?
One fan had Jon autograph her stomach right next to her Bon Jovi tattoo.
This is where the work was.
But the rock star turned team owner came to realize the celebrity spotlight could shine an even brighter light on those cast in the shadows, those in need.
The soundbite is that it used to be me, 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 and now it's we, we, we. You know, and that's not French. You know, this is plain English, folks. You know, it's we, and people really can make a difference.
His crusade began with Habitat for Humanity. In 2005, Jon helped the organization build 4 new homes in North Philadelphia, a neighborhood that became the backdrop for a music video.
I was looking for something I couldn't replace.
Later that year, in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, Jon donated $1 million to help Habitat for Humanity in Louisiana. Shortly thereafter, Jon saw something in Philadelphia, right at Broad and Market, that would alter his life and his mission forever.
I was in the Ritz-Carlton, and here I am in this gilded cage, you know, playing these major football stadiums in the world, and there was a homeless guy sleeping on the stoop of City Hall. you know, and you're looking at William Penn's statue up there, and you're thinking about, you know, your place in history and why am I here, what am I here for? And it just really came into focus, you know. So I looked out the window and I said, I've got it. It was an ageless and timeless problem, and that was breaking the chains of poverty.
I walked all alone on these streets I call home.
Homelessness is an epidemic, and it's a state of mind.
It doesn't matter what city you're in, doesn't matter what country you're in. This pertains to everybody.
It could be your brother, it could be your sister, it could be your mother.
Rich, poor, black, white, Christian, Muslim, Jew.
It was after looking out that window, John called upon his friend and sound engineer, Obie O'Brien, for help.
Phone rings, he goes, you got to get up here. So you think there's like a death in the family. I go upstairs and he goes, this homeless thing, he goes, this is unacceptable. You know, this is Philadelphia. I said, well, yeah, you're right. The homeless become part of the landscape. You forget. Sure. You walk over them. But he's like, I want to find out what to do.
I said, your job in this is to find me the Father Flanagan, if you will.
I weaseled my way into a meeting, a quarterly meeting, the mayor's meeting on the homeless.
There he learned about an organization called Project Home, co-founded by Sister Mary Scalia.
I was at a meeting for the mayor's task force on homelessness.
When Sister Mary stood up to talk, you knew right from the get-go she had that passion.
This guy came up and said,
I've got a friend of mine who would love to help you with your cause.
I said, oh, that'd be great.
She said, who is it? And I said, well, it's an artist named Jon Bon Jovi.
And I said to him, yeah, sure. Yeah, tell me anything. I mean, we hear it all.
And I said, I think you guys would be a great pairing. And the rest, as they say, is history. So it's one of the few good things I've done in my life.
At first glance, it might seem like an unusual duo, a rock star and a nun. But when faith and fame collide, you won't believe what happens.
Rock meets religion in Jon Bon Jovi and Sister Mary Scalia. And some call the results miraculous.
Is she a rock star in your mind?
Biggest, the best.
I think Jon Bon Jovi is an incredible human being.
I think the two of them are just a ridiculous pairing.
Hey, Sister Mary!
Rock star, nun, unlikely couple there.
Yeah, but I think we all believe in the same message and we're getting the job done. It's a team effort. She's so pure Philadelphia that it's magic. What differentiated her from most was that she really realized what it would take to break the chains of poverty.
Together with Joan Dawson McConnon, Sister Mary founded Project Home in 1989. The mission, to end the cycle of poverty and homelessness in Philadelphia by teaching life skills with the goal of real home ownership.
What we do is, hopefully, if we do it well, creates an environment where people can know what they want to do, have a vision for themselves, and then they succeed.
What do you think?
We realized that shelter just wasn't enough, that people needed housing, employment, education, and health care. That was the focus and the mission of Project Home, was more long-term solutions to the problems of homelessness.
Even if I were to give you a home, the truth of the matter is how are you going to pay the electric bill when I leave? How are you going to get a couch in here when we're gone? How are you going to maintain the house?
It's just not a handout.
You know, you give a man a fish, he eats for a day, you teach a man to fish.
Fish is for a lifetime. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
To have a partner like Jon Bon Jovi is like a miracle. Having John involved has opened a lot of doors.
Sometimes it takes celebrity, and this is an opportunity for me to use it in the best light.
That celebrity attracted national attention.
President Clinton, who is I can dare say is a friend of mine, he says, if there's anything I can ever do, and I said, you know, as a matter of fact, there is an opportunity. And he came down here 3 minutes, not even 5 minutes, of talking to Sister Mary. He says, whatever you say, I'm getting in line. And he hasn't forgotten her name, and he hasn't forgotten the situation.
Last October, President Bill Clinton was there as John and the Philadelphia Soul Foundation donated more than $500,000 to Phase 5 of Project Home's Home Ownership Initiative, which is revitalizing 15 homes in North Philadelphia.
And I'm really proud of everything that he has done.
How are you, sir? Coming along?
We're getting there. You know, you look around and you think, oh boy, we got a lot of work to do. And so do a lot of other people. There's so many houses that need help. And so many people that need help. And they're good people. They're good-hearted people.
Married with 4 children of his own, in this project, Jon sees a future for other families.
Who knows, what if one of these kids grow up and be governor someday, or mayor, or lawyers, or doctors, or something, because they had a roof over their head? Man, that'd be great.
It's something I've always wanted, something that I thought I'd never have.
Pam Scott lives nearby in a house built by Project Home.
I was very nervous through the whole process, and they were great.
And that process is not easy. You have to be a first-time home buyer and qualify with good credit and a steady job. You also have to attend training and education workshops. And Pam says there are more challenges after moving into a struggling neighborhood.
But as you can see on the side on the right, there's mounds and mounds of trash. There's just trash everywhere. It's, you know, things are falling down.
There's things in the neighborhood that I would like to change, but it's mine, you know, I own it.
There's 2 and 3 and 4 generations who have lived in these homes, and to bring new people in who want the same thing as them was great.
Jill Roberts is the project manager on 23rd Street, where these old homes are being restored to their former glory.
People are very proud of their homes when you finish these because they're different. They're a little unique.
And these 2 and 3 bedroom row homes will be environmentally friendly, something suggested by Clinton.
It was his idea to make them green because then we can get corporate dollars involved.
Saturn came up with the money for this part of the job.
We reduced the size a little bit so these houses are more sustainable in terms of heating and cooling and more manageable for a family. There are people working in this job who live in this neighborhood who are thrilled to be working the job and to see the vacant homes that they've looked at for 30 years come back.
When I was little, the neighborhood was beautiful. Trees everywhere, sidewalks swept, everybody came out, cookouts. So hopefully this will bring it back.
This is one of the ones I was in before. They've insulated it, framed the interior walls since then. You know, this was just barely gutted. And to think in, you know, 3-4 months from now, someone will be living here. It's good. It's good.
Lynn, this is your home. Oh my God.
One of those people is Lynn Collins, who saw the inside of her new home for the first time with us.
Oh my God. Oh, can I see it? It doesn't look like much to somebody else, but this is, it looks like heaven to me.
For Lynn, who was homeless for 2 years, 1938 North 23rd Street is a far cry from the life she'd come to know.
This is a song for the broken-hearted.
These were some of the very streets where I walked around when I had no place to go.
Silent prayer for 50 parties.
I was terrified a lot of nights, trying to block out the gunshots, the dogs barking, the fighting. That was me laying under those bricks, covered with bricks and trash and debris and blankets. That was me, near an abandoned house. That was me.
But for this 41-year-old mother of 3, life didn't start out that way.
I thought that I had what was the perfect American dream. I thought that I was in love like we do. And then for whatever reason, he decided that he no longer wanted to be a part of that, and that's when things kind of fell apart for me. Hanging around the wrong crowds, staying out late at night, trying to quote-unquote find myself.
Instead, what she found was crack cocaine, and she quickly became an addict, losing custody of her kids.
Sometimes you feel like you don't even have a right to be a mom. I just remember just not feeling worthy of anything, and that's the way that my life was supposed to be. I remember nights where I felt like I was better off dead than I was alive. Better off dead than I was alive.
Then Lynn hit a turning point, a morning when she woke up in a park.
Hey, lady, wake up. Lady, are you all right?
These little children came up to me and they shook me and they woke me up. I just did not want to live like that anymore. And it was at that point that my life began to turn around.
With the aid of a recovery house, she got her life back on track and eventually got her children back. Today, she works in the outreach program of Project Home.
Their mission, which I really, really love, is none of us are home until all of us are home. Words cannot express the gratitude that I feel to Project Homes. I don't know if I could ever thank them enough. Thank you, Bon Jovi.
Lynn says she never wants to forget the bitterness of her past because it will only sweeten the life that lies ahead.
Sister Mary Scalia gives new meaning to Bon Jovi's song, Living on a Prayer.
To have a partner like Jon Bon Jovi is like a miracle.
And anyone you ask about Sister Mary will tell you that she's the closest thing to a saint that you'll ever meet.
Albeit a bit unorthodox in her ways, Sister Mary raises the bar for nuns. In fact, she even tended bar in Center City one night in the name of charity.
Look, I don't know to say this. It's funny, right? I tell her she's the only nun that I know that curses and spits.
I don't spit, but I do curse.
She's a movie in the making and doesn't even know it. She's bigger than life. You know, when you learn the history of Sister Mary and you see what she's doing and how she's changing people's lives, that's a true inspiration.
She's been a blessing. She, you know, watches over me, looks after me, and she's just there for you.
Oh, she's the best. I mean, she's awesome, and I'm just grateful there is a Sister Mary.
She not only takes people and gives them an opportunity, but she puts them in a position where failure is not an option.
If anything, I'm a conduit to the people that are actually experiencing homelessness and to the people that live in this community. I'm just the way in.
Sister Mary even goes to a game to cheer on the Philadelphia Soul.
Bringing us luck?
For Jon, the screaming fans are music to his ears, the soundtrack beneath a much greater goal.
Was your sole purpose when you became a co-owner of this team to do this?
Yeah.
From the beginning?
Right from day one.
The day we started the team, we decided that we were going to give back to the community.
At first, buying the team with real estate mogul Craig Spencer didn't get rousing applause.
All of my advisors said it's a bad idea.
What do you think today?
Best thing I've ever done.
And it was from Craig's hotel Jon's idea was born.
Yet he's looking out the window at somebody that doesn't have anything, and that was his primary concern. And I just think that says everything about the guy.
A family man himself, to Jon, the sport speaks to more affordable family fun.
Fast-paced, high-scoring, lots of action, lots of interaction.
And off the field, it is a platform for the Soul Foundation, the charitable organization behind Jon and Craig's philanthropy.
The seed money for this build came from our jerseys. I will sell you my soul if you'll give me money to build more houses. I'll come and sing in your living room. Yeah. Give me money to do the right thing.
Jon is really one of the primary fundraisers for that organization, which enables us to get out into the community and to do all the good works that we're able to do out there.
As we begin our 4th season, we've raised more than $3 million for local causes in the name of Bon Jovi and the Philadelphia Soul.
Jon has poured his heart and soul into this football team, and he is a very proud owner.
I love going to games. I'm not a good enough actor to stay like expressionless when we're losing. I can't do that. I get very emotional.
I've seen him mad. It was an excited mad, though, like not a mad at us. He wanted to win some games.
But there's no doubt Jon's passionate love of the game has been beneficial for the team and the league.
Well, Jon's a special guy, you know, and he brings tremendous visibility not only to the Philadelphia Soul, but the Arena Football League. His philanthropic initiative is absolutely incredible. He wants to make a difference.
His heart is as big as his talent and his skill. And I think that's great for the Arena Football League. That's great for the Philadelphia Soul. And I think it's great for the community of Philadelphia.
Jon brought me in. He said the one thing you're going to have to do is be active in the community because he's really passionate about it.
The only thing that I am adamant about is that I want men of character and not characters.
And that's what being a part of the Soul, a name Jon fought for, is all about.
There are so many things you think of when you think of that name. You said everybody has a soul. You know, this project has a soul.
Hallelujah.
While Jon Bon Jovi has made affordable housing his focus in helping to provide homes in Louisiana, Colorado, and most recently in Brooklyn, Project Home is involved on all levels of homelessness.
This is the beginning. This is where it starts.
Gail Evans does outreach on the streets of Philadelphia.
Hi, how y'all doing? Y'all okay?
To build a relationship with those who feel like society has turned its back on them.
They feel ignored.
But someone is paying attention.
I was looking for you. I have some good news.
This man finds out he's been approved to get his own brand new apartment.
Okay.
In other programs, Kate's Place offers affordable housing to people with low to moderate incomes.
You have to stay committed to the people on the street, but at the same time, you really have to start tackling the systemic issues.
Project Home even runs a cafe. There's also a thrift shop. And in the middle of some of Philly's toughest streets stands what some call the Miracle on Judson Street in the Honickman Learning Center. Neighbors are offered everything from adult education classes and computer training to after-school programs for kids.
It keeps me out of the streets, it keeps me out of trouble.
Young performers hoping for new opportunities. And a world-famous performer hoping to help provide them.
It is the most rewarding feeling that you can have. I mean, it's just fabulous to impact somebody's life in some little way, whatever it may be. You don't have to have rock star status or $1 million check. I do believe that we have the means and the power to make a difference.
Oh my God!
One soul at a time.
The homes here on North 23rd Street will be completed by this summer, and that's when a big block party is expected to be held. For more information on Project Home and how you can make a difference, log on to CBS3.com. I'm Alicia Lane. Thanks for joining us.